It's almost back to school time, and you know what that means. Campus cruising is back in session. Colleges and university campuses across the country are teeming with young adults, so pumped full of hormones, they can barely walk. 20-somethings are hooking up with each other, with their professors, with anything that walks by, and why not? It's their first time away from home, a time to experiment, a time to find themselves face down in a pillow. The potential here is limitless, but without a roadmap to find the pot of gold, you'll be stuck alone with your bone. In this video, we'll look at who you can expect to run into, what tools you have at your disposal, where the best spots are, and when the best time to go is. Let's get cruising. I've been to a few schools over the years, university for a bit, college for a while, and I have stories to tell that are way too hot for YouTube. So to hear about my college campus adventures that are too hot to handle, just go to my OnlyFans page, found in the link below. The nice thing about a campus is the variety of people that you can run into. Depending on the school, there are literally students from all over the country and even the world. Nerds, jocks, quiet ones, extroverts, it's a melting pot of shapes and colors, and all of them have one thing in common. They're all super horny. No matter where you're from or what your background is, at that age, you have so many hormones running through your body, sometimes you feel like you're gonna explode. On top of the horny students running around, you also have an endless supply of sexy professors, learned professionals who hold your future, and hopefully more, in their strong intellectual hands. Profs, just like students, come from everywhere to this bathhouse. Institution of higher learning. What is sexier than somebody who cares so much about educating the next generation? I guess a naked one? If you like them younger, great. If you like them older, great. It's all here for you at the campus buffet. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Patrick, great, I'm sold on the idea, but how do I find the buffet? Well, here are the tools at your disposal. If you've been watching my channel, then you know about my favorite online cruising tools. When I've mentioned them in the past and I've linked them down in the description, YouTube is like, we don't like that. So I'm gonna say them out loud and then you can just find them on your own. The first one is called squirt.org, and it's a hookup site. You can go, it's very laid out, easily for you to find everything. And at the top, you'll see different tabs. One of them is cruising, and when you do that, it's all geolocation, geotagged. It knows where you are. So basically, it's gonna lay out all the places that are near you that have cruising involved. And not only that, they have conversations. So you can say, hey, I'm gonna be there in 5 minutes. And you can set up a rendezvous with somebody in advance. Also, people on there are giving reviews. So they're saying, oh, it's good during this time, or don't go anymore because there's security or whatever. So squirt.org is one of them. Another one is sniffies.com, which is a website. It's exactly as it sounds. You just go to the website and it's a map. It's literally a map of your city, and it has all of the images of people that are everywhere, including places that are super popular that people cruise. Of course, that includes campuses, colleges and universities, if they're cruisy, where they are and which parts of them are cruisy. So that's squirt.org and sniffies.com. Using these two resources can really narrow down the immensity of the campus. But let's talk more generally about where you'll find the best cruising in a campus. So campuses are usually spread out over a big distance. We've all seen them, we know what they look like. There's the residences, which are an obvious spot, but if you're not a student and you don't have access to those spaces, then it could be difficult. Then there's places where people congregate, like libraries. These are popular spots since college libraries are vast. They're spread out over several floors with bathrooms on every floor. Nothing releases a little pent-up essay writing tension like a quickie in the library loo. Then of course there's the gym. Working out, as we know, releases tons of hormones and gets the blood flowing to all parts of the body. If you have access to the change room of the gym, this could be a potential hotspot. Showers are very often open concept, and if you see some jock lingering in there by himself, obviously taking his time and constantly dropping the soap, you could be in luck. And of course, maybe the most popular spot is gonna be those out-of-way toilets. The ones that you find at the bottom of a stairwell, or the ones that are on that always quiet floor of the science building. These spaces can be tricky to find, and that's why your resources that I mentioned before can come in handy. It may take some sleuthing, but pay attention to foot traffic and the graffiti in the stalls, and you can find your way. I know you can. Now you know who is there, how to find them, and where to go. But it's also important to know when to go. There's a couple of things that you need to keep in mind here. First of all, this is a school, meaning there's peak times and there's slow times. To increase the probability of success, try sticking to the peak times. Obs. Hot time is the month of September. All of the students are back to school, they're fresh. It's a good time because they've been like living under their parents' roof all summer and they're ready to go nuts. It's probably the busiest time because students haven't had the chance to start dropping their classes. It should be pretty smooth sailing from like September to June, of course excluding the winter holiday. Campuses are pretty quiet during the winter holidays except for those that live too far to go back home, so they could be some like lingering people, so you could get lucky. I don't know. Summer is also quiet because students either they go home or they're traveling abroad, so it's a bit of a ghost town. So you stick to the school calendar year and to daytime activity when classes are in session. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, make sure to drop them in the comments below. And for a deeper dive, join the growing number of people who've signed up for my newsletter. It's absolutely free and full of discounts on fun stuff like sex toys and underwear and tech stuff and tons more. And of course, supporting my channel is easy, just ask my patrons. They get perks like monthly video chats with me, advanced access to episodes, behind the scenes content, and more. Just go to patrickmarano.com. And you know what I'm gonna say? Say it with me. I'll see you in the next video.